My name is Yvonne Laughlin. I'm the Public Affairs Specialist for the Board Region here at HEB, and I have been with HEB 3 years. I've been in the industry way over 14. So here at HEB, I'm blessed to oversee several corporate initiatives, as well as what we call root events. So overall, I get to be a part of big corporate initiatives like Feast of Sharing. It is a hunger relief program where we feed thousands of people. To other events like Earth Day, we try to help communities throughout the entire region, all the way from Eagle Pass to Port Isabel. And so we work on all these different initiatives simultaneously all year round. There's so many. Operation Appreciation, where we appreciate all of our soldiers that have served, or even our firefighters and policemen. So these are the kind of things that the company has determined that is important to our community and to our core principles, and we nurture them all year round. Then there's the backyard, what we like backyard rooted community events. So if we have somebody come to us like Special Olympics, we've got a great relationship with them, or Camp University, or so many different nonprofit organizations. They ask us for assistance, whether it be with product or with volunteerism. We're there for them. We believe very much in being there and being a part of the cause, and really enjoying building that relationship and being a part of what they believe as their core principle in their nonprofit organization. The scope of public affairs is, I like to say, everything great, which is giving hundreds of thousands of dollars away to nonprofit organizations, to everything bad. Anything that happens within the company that may necessarily not have a positive spin to it, maybe a recall of something that we have to let the community know that it's not something that they should consume, to maybe a tragedy within our company that we need to address. So the role is extensive. It never ends. It's ever changing, and but it's something that I love and I enjoy doing every day of my life. I feel like I'm working for a greater cause. Social media, I got to see it from its inception. As you can tell by my age, back in our day, our biggest social media was AOL.com. So just watching it evolve, it has completely changed how we work and do business today. It's no longer something that can just wait on the sideline and, oh, well, I'll send that out to my media contacts at this time and this date. And now it's instant gratification. It is constant updating. It is being on top of everything at all times. And it's just amazing how you have to multitask to truly keep up with social media and to make it live. So you're absolutely right. It has a lot of advantages. Does it create some challenges? Absolutely, because you could do social media 24/7. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't eat, and it is constantly needing to be updated and fed. Sometimes that is absolutely difficult, especially when you are a sole gatekeeper to a brand. You want to make sure that everything that's coming across is absolutely standardized, and that you're putting across the same message for the entire company, that it is exactly what you want to project out to the media and to everybody that is reading and tapping and Snapchatting and tweeting, because it's important and every word counts, and you've got to be very careful about how you say things, because just like any kind of text, it can be, depending on how you write it, when you write it, Also the perspective of the person reading it, that all can cause a challenge. So you have to be very careful, you have to be very respectful of what you're placing on social media today. Well, I think it's the fact that anybody can put anything on social media at any time. And, experiences happen, they're automatically, videotaping that very second. They put it on social media instantly. We can no longer be proactive as much as we'd like to be. We're half of the time we're being reactive. Of course, that can go viral in a matter of hours. And so it's really difficult to make sure that you can contain that you have the right relationships with all the social media main contacts in order to make sure that you're fully aware of what's going on and how you can best control what's happening for your brand's sake. That's tough. We've had several. And I think I'll just speak generically, because I think the hardest ones are the negative ones, the ones that are not great news, that are not positive stories. And so I think that those truly test our personal perspectives, our true role as a public affairs representative, because it's easy to do the happy-go-lucky stories. It is really difficult when you're having to deal with something that is tragedy. And I think that's when you see your biggest inner person come out, and it's very emotional. You have to be careful about how you feel, because how you feel is it may not be the best thing for your job. So I think controlling your emotions during something that is very tragic is probably the hardest challenge that I've had to deal with within my position. And sometimes it's not anything too, I would say, tragic, but it is something in the community that is negative, that is hard to hear about your organization, your brand, when you know all the greatness that you do, that it takes so little of one person that comes out to say something that is truly not 100% realistic or true, but everybody has a right to their opinion, and we have to allow them to do and say what they'd like, and sometimes we have to just stay quiet. Saying nothing sometimes is better than entertaining somebody's ability to come and say something. So I think that's the challenge, dealing with difficult situations that impact something that you love so dearly. The best part of the job, that is a hard one to pin down. I mean, I do so many different amazing programs. If I had to remember the moments that make me the most proud of the company that I work for, it's probably the little boy that grabs his holiday dinner at one of our Faces Sharing and is walking through looking at it and telling his mom, look, it looks so delicious, and that they come from a humble home and they're not dressed 100%, and you can see the tear in his little shoe, and that it made such a big impression on them. And then when you go and you say hello and you take a picture with them, that they look at you like, wow, you could be the president of the United States. And then most of all, when you realize that you used to be that little girl, because you came from that humble home, and look at who you are today and who you get to love and nurture, because you understand where they're coming from. So that's like the most beautiful thing. Makes me tear up just thinking about it. I think the thing I don't like to do most, I think we don't have that attitude here. It's so funny. It's not HEB culture to be like, oh, I don't like it and I'm not going to do it. We're in our positions, and something you'll learn if you're in the industry is there's nothing you can't do. there's nothing that you don't really like, because the truth of the matter is, if you're a chameleon to be in this position, you can do anything. It's not about who you are or who you work for, it's the resources, the friendships, and the partnerships you build. So if I don't like to do something, I probably would reach out to somebody that I really knows, has a passion for it and excels in it. And then when I'm with them, I learn their little tricks of the trade, and I ask all the right questions, so the next time I have to do it, because I'm gonna have to do it eventually, I'll do it to that expectation because I learned something from them. So I would say the first thing you've got to look into is volunteering. So if you haven't volunteered for anything, especially in HEB, like a Feast of Sharing, to kind of see how we work, how all of our partners work together, that's a great experience. I would say that internships, oh my goodness, they are the most valuable positions that you can get into. They understand that you're in a learning curve, they're there to mentor you, and you're really not coming in as, oh, I'm here as an employee, put me to work, but it's more like, I'm here as a sponge, I'm here to, teach me what you know and let me work by your side and be mentored. So I think that's a great start. Other than that, if it does come to where you just need to come in as an employee, then absolutely. If you get the job, get in there. I always tell them, I don't care if it's a cashier, a bagger. Once you get into HEB, there's always opportunity to grow. We're one of the best companies where, as a foundation, we're going to grow you from the bottom up. And that's really our goal. We want somebody that is born and bred into HEB. Don't get me wrong, I'm an external. I've only been here 3 years. But they really research their people. I was probably solicited 4 months before I even got the job. So they were already looking into me, asking questions, interviewing without me knowing. So they really handpick their people carefully, because there's what I call an inner core value that you can't teach. It's all the right things that you need to do. I call it doing the right thing. When they see that you're going to do the right thing, no matter how hard it is, no matter the work it takes, they handpick those people, and you see them all the time. So yeah, absolutely, I would start there. Just apply for something, get your foot in the door. I would say to remember today that your image, who you are, what you constantly put out is very important. Social media, we talked about it. Be careful what you put on social media. Be careful how you want to be perceived on your Snapchat, on your Instagram, because all of that will come back during an interview. It really shows who you are. So keep it positive, keep it within good information, and really show that core value of, I'm doing the right thing, I'm posting the right thing, this is who I am. Every day, people make assumptions of you. You've got 3 seconds for people to look at you and say, I think this person is. How you look, how you dress, how you shake a hand. I know we hear it all the time in our business management courses, firm handshake. All of that truly matters, because I know that people will look past it when they get to know you. But remember, in 3 seconds, they can't get to know you. So all those things build who you are. So if you look back on, I've rebranded myself with HEB, but if you look back on Bonnie Von Laughlin, you'll see me all the way back, 10 years back in the newspaper for Dress for Success, a nonprofit organization. The heart was always there. So if they look back in their research, whether it been my Facebook, which I started from scratch, so you can imagine how long ago that was, right, when it first came out, but they'll see all of those consistent things, and it shows who you truly are. So I would say, remember who you are and be true to you, and make sure you're always putting out the right message.